Welcome, Scorpios, to Hangman Tarot. My name is Jordan, and I'm going to be doing your card reading from here on out for sure. Make sure you're able to come back, subscribe, and you'll get all the notifications, any updates, lives eventually, you know, that kind of thing. But right now, just starting out, make sure you share, like, Facebook, Instagram. Check out any of the links below in the description. We are going to do a 7-card spread, and on the 7-card spread, we are going to do a reading on our doubts and our fears. Really starting out the new year with not just something fresh or beginning, but like dealing with the old stuff too. Like, how can we maintain without uncovering things that we're not aware of, repressing things, we project things that we're not even aware that we do. So, you will now. You will now. Okay. All right. So I'm laying out your cards right at the very moment. A bunch jumped out. And so I'm going to get them all set up here. Okay. That was literally 7 cards. 7 cards that jumped out. Exactly 7. Holy buckets. All right. Okay. All right. So this is you. This is the Towers card. Look at the Towers card. It looks a little crazy. It looks a little chaotic. It looks a little bit as if you would want to jump out of it because there's so much going on. And energetically, that is really what I'm seeing here. There's some kind of a chaos going on around you. There's some kind of external happenings that are going on around you in a delicate kind of time in your life. And something or someone has come into the picture. And this could be something, some kind of inspiration. This could be someone. It could be an energy for sure. But they have you, or this thing has you inspired to change or change within inside of you. This can mean a ton of things, like in the sense of change or, you know, creating something different because things are being shaken up. So something has clearly happened externally, and this results in either kind of feeling like you're liberated to move on, or you're chained, kind of like a bound, like you're forced to. It doesn't feel like it's a force, though. It definitely, it just feels like there's ready change for you. And you have been ready for it, but something around you that was chaotic stirred the pot and was like, hello. You know, when something bad happens, usually something can come out of it. Usually there's something that springs from the bad happening. Or a good happening. I mean, chaos is chaos. Stress is stress. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad, you know, where it's coming from. You got your 3 of Wands for your next card up. This is denying, when we deny things, we deny something for ourselves. And we're not even really aware that we're doing it. A lot of times when you seek out the approval of somebody else, you become super repressed in how you actually feel about the situation. Denying awareness of your own intentions. So when you deny the fact that you have intentions and that you have, you know, this beautiful day, you kind of tend to lose that presence. When seeking any type of approval, I guess. In this sense, it's just like you not really paying attention to the day. You're seeking, you're constantly like wanting an outside source to say you're okay. That's just where that is. That's a really passionate feeling for you too. you're inspired by this because you want to show others the way forward. You want to be able to show people, hey, I know the way. That's it. It's pretty simple. But again, if you want to be able to do that, you're going to have to know what day it is. So you have to stay on task and just focus on what you are doing. A lot of times we get so caught up in what we think we should be doing for, you know, an approval or tomorrow or whatever it may be. 3 is repression, and we have the moon card. So this is stuff that we repress. We definitely are not aware that we do this usually. It's just something that people bring up. They're like, hey, by the way, you know, you were being kind of mean the other day, and I noticed it. It's a pattern. And you're like, huh? Oh, okay, that's because my insulin's really low. I'm so sorry. Every time I come at that time, during that time of day, my insulin drops and I'm really cranky. My daughter has diabetes, so I do know that run. They run her tests around how she's feeling insulin-wise or how her BG is. Because she's had to take a test one time and she was really not interested. Her personality changes when she's really low or when she gets really high, and so they run her blood sugar to check her, and they're like, oh, okay, so she's not hangry, in so many words, and then they'll put her on the testing. This moon card is usually very emotional. So it's another major arcana. So you actually have 3 major arcana cards, and that is telling you that you're going through a huge life transformation. Like something's going on right now. Something has happened, shaken you up. It has made you want to come out of that seeking tomorrow kind of feel, and making you want to really be aware of what is happening so that you can, you know, keep a focus, and so you're able to lead people onward. This moon card, however, is just very much saying that you're repressing yourself a clear view of the truth of the situation. So there's been a situation, and yeah, you're feeling something dishonest here too. But you can't get caught up in that emotion. So you have some feelings on a situation or something that feels dishonest to you, and you're very bleh, but you can't act out on it. So you are repressing how you feel about it, but on the other side, or on the other side of the coin, you cannot be irrational. You cannot lose your shit. You cannot lose your marbles type thing. But when you repress how you feel about it, so you're just shoving it down, you're like, oh, I feel fine, I feel fine. No, Scorpio, you need to feel it, allow it, acknowledge it. It's there. It may not be somebody else's problem, but it's yours. So you got to deal with it. You got to figure out, why do I feel this way right now? Why do I feel this way? Because just because these emotions are not like, doesn't mean that there's no value on them or something. People think that they're bad if it doesn't make you feel good. Well, I'm sorry, this is the real world, and that's, you know, what it is. That scared me. Okay, 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands. Up. We're going to do our 6 of Pentacles first. So this is your projection card. I picked the wrong one up, excuse me. This is you basically projecting onto others that you feel taken granted of. So you're doing these unnecessary things for people in which they're able to do these things. They have legs, they have arms, they have a heartbeat. They can take out trash. They can go, you know, go out to eat, go ride a motorcycle. They can do their own shit. Stop doing it. Go do your shit. You have way too much shit to be worrying about, to be trying to seek approval to do these tiddly things that somebody else can do. If they can't do it and you're doing it solely out of the kindness of your heart because, you know, it's an elderly person and you're really wanting to take care of them and love on them and, you know, give kindness, but not, you don't need approval of it, then fine. But if you're seeking approval for like little tiny doodads all day long for somebody else, you're projecting, because you're putting yourself in the circumstance. You're putting yourself into a situation where you're being taken for granted, and you're not doing it for kindness. You're doing it for approval, in which we don't get approval from other people. We get approval from ourselves. So you cannot do that. That goes along the lines of, you know, chaos going on around you. You're not asking for it, but, you know, it's happening, so you got to do something with it, and you are. You are being liberated by it. Same thing here. There's, you know, all this, these people around you wanting things or needing things or whatever it is. No. If it's not out of kindness, if it's not out of just cause, and you think that you need some type of approval, you're projecting onto them the fact that they're taking advantage of you. Stop doing shit for people if you think they're taking advantage of you. You're projecting. You're projecting your good guy, seeking approval bullshit. All right, onward. Okay, Scorpio, we've got 3 more cards left. We've got our 4 of Wands, and this is compensating. You kind of overdoing it on being happy and not acknowledging the real emotions, the real things. So you being this laid back person or whatever it is, but you're not actually dealing with the emotions at hand. Yeah, you're just very much indulging in the wrong thing here, and that's just a lot about trying to cater to the outsideness of you. So the people around you, you're very much trying to cater and indulge their day. Stop it. They're going to be fine if you are not happy all the time. They're going to be okay. They'll call you, you know, they'll give you a call the next day or whatever and check on you. But you need to stop doing that, because you're not getting to your basic needs. You're not getting to your center. And that's what this is all about. You wanting to focus. Seems like the energy is all about needing to change, and there's a huge change happening, and you're transforming as we speak. So you really need to be focused. 6 is your overcoming your doubt. So we've got our 8 of Pentacles reversed. This is just all about recreating difficult situations. And we're very clear on the fact that you are running off emotion right now. And when we recreate difficult situations, we do that. We pick things from the past. We recreate the situation, and boom. Because normally when this situation happens, you're the only one aware of the emotion, why you have the emotion or what it's there for. You know that you brought it with you. But the other, you know, the other people or the other things going on in the situation are very confused. They don't know what you're doing. So, on with this. If you take all your old garbage and you bring it with you into a new relationship, you're going to smell. So instead of taking the trash with you, drop it off in the garbage, walk away, and go find a new set of beliefs, a new standard for spiritual belief. Go find some hope or belief that is different from what that was, because everything's different. Every time you take a breath, something changes. So just understand that you cannot take your old emotions into your current situations. This is highly emotional reading. This is highly like emotional, dealing with like trying to get to that next change or that next chapter, or trying to end a cycle. It's just so emotional. There's just so much emotion going on. It's pretty fierce. Okay, we've got the Hermit reverse. This is your other major arcana. How do we get rid of that fear? How do we get rid of fear? Well, I will tell you, if you hide in your house where nobody can hang out, and it's just you, there's a bunch of people out here, and this is just you, and you're just hanging out, that's going to get lonely. That's going to hold you back. And these people are all progressing, and you're over here holding back. You have to stop isolating. Whatever it is that you're doing, you need to create a life outside of isolation. You need to find some type of childlike encounters or interactions, because you have charisma, you have all this child energy, or you're needing to socialize as well, but the isolation thing is really going to hurt you. So when you're isolating, you apparently are creating that fear. When we isolate, we think all these things, and they don't actually get facts, but they create fear for us. So if you were isolated from animals your entire life, and all you heard was that they're ferocious, they're this, they're that, and you were isolated from them, and then all of a sudden you came out and you found all these dogs, and you were like, I love animals, I love animals. Well, that in fact proves to you that's an illusion. So isolation is creating illusion, creating fear. So you gotta get out, go do shit. I know working, school, those types of things are great, but you really need to go out and go grab a dinner, go to the library, go play at the park with your dog, go do stuff, like interact. And it's really difficult right now only because of what, our present world, but yeah, you definitely got to get out. And if there's a current new person in the situation, they're creating a challenge for you to do that too. So they're already creating what you feel is kind of a nod to, freeing yourself or being liberated from the chaos that is around you. So in order to change with that, you're going to have to definitely start doing new things too. Building different beliefs, building different spiritual outlook, whatever it is. Go do something. All right, so that is the end of that reading. That was a really, really, really tough read because it was so emotional. So it was, I felt very flip-floppy with the emotional stuff, only because I'm feeling that, and it's like, yeah, I can't breathe sometimes with that kind of stuff. But God, you're transforming, and you're in the midst of it, and bigger things are coming, bigger and better things. It just all depends on if you want to be, doing those things. Get out of your house. Go, go, go. Stop believing everything you think. All right. Make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel, and go like, share on our Facebook, Instagram, Hangman Tarot. I'll be back again for more readings. Have a beautiful rest of your January month.